We are recording. Alright, Steve, what is that part that I'm looking at right now? That is the part from Hogan's Motorcycle Shop?
Yeah, this is a
Okay.
carburetor.
Is it a motorcycle carburetor?
Yeah, it's a motorcycle carburetor. It's a
Okay.
Japanese Cayenne from a Shadow 1100.
Uh-huh.
And it was urinated in for years. So
It was what?
it was urinated into by a rat for
Oh,
years.
Okay,
And
I thought I heard you correctly.
as you can see, there's powdery substance of corrosion that took, not only did it seize it, but it took up extra space. So
Okay.
these are supposed to work at a certain tolerance, and it just is too tight. So
Okay. So what did you do?
what I needed to do was, well, I set it on this block as I worked so I didn't hurt any jets underneath it.
Okay.
And I started off with a pry. And
Okay.
literally when I started, I couldn't pry it with this at all.
Okay.
Either side. I have to dismantle the side. I'll do that in a minute.
Okay.
And then I'd work it up to where I could fit two tools in here and pry it and so on. So I think you get the idea.
So now that piece is moving, but it wasn't moving when you first got it.
Wouldn't move it all
Okay.
with this size pry bar. Carefully
At all.
administered. The
So,
main focus isn't on this technique. It's not going to teach us how to repair. This could be applied on a front suspension, a brake caliper, a cable, a piston setup with steel against aluminum would do the same corrosion pressure.
so if those tools did not pry loose that piece, what did?
Okay.
What did you do?
This is SFR 100 in this squirt bottle.
Okay.
And I lifted this up,
Because
squirt
that
this,
did move. Okay.
and I squirted down into the slides.
Okay.
And I squirted down all sides of this.
And what is that in your hand? What
This
product
is
is that?
also SFR's Protecta Spray Lube.
Lube. Okay. Okay.
Spray that. And I
Into
spray
there. Okay.
also this side.
Okay.
And use the lube on this.
The SFR 100.
SFR 100
Okay.
lube on here.
Okay.
And then this has a preheat.
You used a toaster oven and heated the part.
Heated the part to at least 150 degrees.
Okay.
So I'm going to put that in here and do a preheat. The product chases the heat. So the oil being heated is going to go into the surfaces that are just completely stifled and stuck full of corrosion, and the powder corrosion from the product. It's just wedged itself with urine and corrosion, so it won't work.
Okay. And putting that part in the toaster oven did no damage whatsoever to the part itself. There's no parts that...
No, the rubber survived because the carburetor has to run in a heated engine condition. So
okay.
neoprenes are made, no rings are made to run under these conditions for a certain amount of hours.
Okay, so we
time.
fast forward, you heated the product and it went into the little surfaces that were stuck.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
And
And was that done just one time that you heated it?
no.
How many times did you
I had to do it
have
several
to?
times, and I'm not trying to say that the product didn't work. It's just
It was corroded, so...
I've unseized an engine with this
Okay.
that was not corroded. But when you have corroded engines, you have to deal with also now the there's a porousness that happens, and you
Okay.
have two different alloys working against it. So
Okay.
what you need to do is work the product in. You could be doing this with an engine.
Okay. In
Pistons
and out,
in a
in and
cylinder.
out. Okay.
Or a cable. Or a front end suspension part.
Okay. So now the product in the final time that you put it in the oven, where it finally got it to move. So show me the difference now. What moves that didn't move before?
Okay, I had to do this in another step sequence also.
Okay.
Because it just needs to have more lube worked into it.
Okay.
I just want them. I'm doing overkill. I'm being generous, and I'm letting it soak.
Okay.
So what I do is
So after it came out of the oven,
soak
then
it
you
again.
put more SFR 100.
Yep.
And more of the protector.
Mhm.
Okay.
And eventually started to get them to move.
Okay.
So
You had it the other way. Okay. So then you were prying it.
I would pry it to this point.
Okay. And it started to move.
Mm-hmm.
With each heat application, the oil got in deeper into the spot and started to allow it to move.
Yep. It slowly started to unloosen. So I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to put some ice down in here.
Okay.
To do a more thorough test.
What does the ice do?
The ice is going to shrink this down while this part outside is heated.
Okay.
And allow a little more space, and that'll be it for now.
Okay, and it allows a little more space so that the oil can get in between the two parts easier to make it move?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's it? And so now you unseized it and it's moving parts?
Uh-huh.
And so we're done?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get the ice.